yields there on the move as well.
Alright, here we go again, guys. It's gonna be crazy again.
Move is
10-year Treasury note, 2.79%. I guess that's bad for stocks.
Also, the cryptocurrencies are picking up to where they left off in January, falling hard once again this morning. Bitcoin dipping below the 8,000 mark.
This sucks.
It's the first time that's happened since
nothing is going well. I really hope Amazon is still up.
Yeah,
please, Amazon. Please, Amazon.
Facebook saying you're not allowed to put cryptocurrency ads on the
Okay, Apple's up a little bit.
Towards regulating a lot of this and not allowing
Facebook
it.
down.
That's put so much pressure, at least over the last week or so.
Alibaba down.
I don't really understand it that well, so I don't really. But
Amazon though, phew, $76 are still doing well. Thank God. Come on, baby. Hopefully Apple and Amazon could save our butt today.
I can remember all of them.
Please, please, please.
They all help the stock go back up.
Check this out.
About 0.5%.
Also, Amazon topping expectations as well. Amazon recording its biggest profit in history last quarter.
Biggest
Amazon
profit in history. That's what I'm talking about.
Shipping season. And U.S. tax law changes.
Go, baby. I'm gonna
adding
take a
to
nap
tech
because it's
giants'
early as
bottom
F.
line. You can check this out.
It's
Up
6 o'clock in the morning.
right now. It's a
I'm
gain
gonna
of
take a
about
nap and then we'll see when the market
shares.
opens what happens.
With today's jump in the stock, Jeff Bezos has seen his fortune
And yeah,
jump
Jeff
by more than
Bezos.
$6 billion overnight.
He's worth $123 billion now. That's insane.
We'll be speaking with an Amazon analyst coming up.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is Friday, and I want to show you something real quick because my Amazon call just finally moved. I apologize for the glare. It's really sunny in this office in the morning, but the last time I checked it, it was at 0. So I'm going to hit refresh up here and see what happens since we're up $19 a share, so that's $1,932 per contract. So we should go up a little bit. Yeah, so we went up about like $4 grand. There, it looks like, oh no, it looks like my Home Depot calls sold, and it looks like my Facebook call bought because Facebook's down a little bit, so I got in that one a little cheaper. I need to look at getting into Home Depot. I also want to get into Caterpillar, and then someone mentioned yesterday, shout out, I think it was Mickey Gangbang or something, I forget, but he's saying Twitter was supposed to have a good quarter, so I might buy a little Twitter calls, and then I forget what else. I think Twitter and Caterpillar I wanted to buy today. And then I need to look at getting back into Home Depot. But I'm trying to get back in as they come down. I don't want to get in too high of a price. So I'm setting limit buy orders. And it looks like it worked with Facebook. I got one call at this lower price. So I'm going to put another one to get another one. Hopefully it'll come down some more and I can get it in a little bit cheaper. So that's the strategy. We got some cash to play with. So we can kind of utilize this strategy. It's the first time I've actually been in the situation where we've been in a volatile time where like stocks are coming down and I actually have cash to spend. So hopefully this will play off well and we can not dip too low because I'm trying to finish the month above 250 and already we came back from 286 to 264 in a day and a half. Not even. So yeah, so we're going to do our best. Alright, I'm going to shower and then we'll come back a little bit later. So it looks like Amazon already started to pull back a little bit, and the bid went up from this Amazon put because I was already down 54% on it. You can see right here, which I expected because they had good earnings. But then I saw the bid was up to like $12. It started going back up, but now it's starting to come back down again. So I really don't know. This is not really gonna. I don't think it's gonna go much up more in value. I was expecting to take a loss on this. Actually, I'm glad to take a loss on this because that means my calls are up. So I'm just going to try to get out of this one. I just don't know what price to set it at. I don't know. We'll just do $13 just in case Amazon does pull back in the next couple days. I guess there's still time to see. So I'm going to put sell to close, limit price, and then for today I'll put good until canceled. We'll just see what happens. I just got to check back. Remember to check back on it. I just thought that was interesting. It was lots of movement going on here. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm sorry, I just said we'll see you in a little bit, and some more stuff happened. I hit refresh, the put actually did sell at 13, so I got out at a better price, which means I didn't lose as much as I thought, so that's good. But then my Alibaba calls sold, so I'm just kind of pissed about that, because I could have swore they were going up, so now I need to look to see if I can get back into them, because I swear they were going back up, so I don't know why this thing sold, so I'm a little annoyed with that. So anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, so apparently Alibaba is coming back down, so that explains why. So I'm going to set a limit buy order. Right now, this call, I lowered my strike from 250 to 220, which will make a much higher probability of finishing in the money. And I'm going to set the bid, the ask right now is 1570. I'm going to set it at 14 just in case this does keep going down, which it looks like right now it is. Again, I'm just trying to get in cheaper than what prices are at now, so I can get in like lower and save some money. This would get me in at like $100 or $1.60, so 160 times 2, I'd save like $320 if I could get in at this price. And so it's better than nothing, so I guess I should just give it a shot. So I'll hit review order. Maybe I'll buy one more if it keeps coming down, but let's just start with this. Actually, it's only good until today. I forgot to place that. Shoot. Well, I guess I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Alright guys, welcome back. So today's Sunday now actually, and I'm going to show you guys how we did, and then I'm not going to talk too much about individual stocks because as a whole the market just had a kind of a sell-off. So I'm going to talk about that in general, and then we'll just wrap it up. It'll be kind of a shorter video, and then we'll see how things go during the week. So let's see how we did. So first, I'm going to show you guys these trades that happened. If you want to pause the video at any point just to kind of look through them if you want. But really, basically what happened is, I think it starts at the top. So a lot of my call options kind of triggered, a lot of them triggered sells for my stop orders, but I also manually sold this Amazon put because I felt like Amazon was just going to keep going up, and if I held on to it, eventually it would expire. So I kind of wanted to recoup some of that. So I was able to get $1,292 back, which means I lost around about $685. And then these all were triggered from, these three were triggered from stop orders that I had. And then what I was doing was I was trying to buy back into positions kind of like incrementally. So like, you know, I want to own like 2 or 3 Caterpillar calls, but I didn't want to buy all 3 at once just in case the price continued to go down. So I bought one of them. I set limit buy orders for all of these ones that I bought. And I kind of set them and I forgot about it throughout the day. And then I would log back in later in the day and a lot of them executed. So, and this Home Depot one was triggered. Like all these I didn't really manually sell, they just kind of triggered. And I'm kind of glad I did that because I think I did save some money. And also with these limit buys that I did, I saved some money by waiting for the price to come down. So I'm still learning, and I think I'll perfect the strategy overall over time as I gain more experience. But yeah, I feel like it's better than nothing than what I was doing last year. So I feel like I did do a better job protecting myself. Some of the buy limit orders that I had, I forgot to put good until canceled, so they expired and I got to redo them on Monday. But you can see here we're down to 251. So I mean, we're still up for the year, so I'm still happy about that. One of the silver linings is the puts that I bought. The other 3 puts that I bought 4 on the SPY, 5 on QQQ, 2 on Apple. I forgot that I got 2 on Apple. I thought I got 1. But all of them added up to a combined total of just a little over 2,000, like $2,014 or something like that. And so I'm proud of that because, you know, had that money been into calls like what I would normally be doing last year, I would not only would that have not been plus 2,000, but if it was in other calls, I probably would have lost more money with that. So I could have been down like another 4 to 5 grand depending on what I would have had. And so I'm happy about that because it did kind of stop the bleeding just a little bit. And despite this being one of the worst days in 2 years, this wasn't our worst day in terms of the channel. So I'm excited about that, and I'm going to talk about why I still think the market's going to be okay. But you can kind of see here, we didn't have too many winners other than our puts, and then Roku randomly went up, so that was cool. I don't know about randomly, I don't know what's going on with them right now, but Square had a good day, Netflix even had a good day. So, you know, it wasn't like the worst thing in the world. I think it could have been a lot worse for us. But there were some big losers like Albemarle did bad, and Lam Research did bad. Apple was doing well, but then like after hours the prior day, and then it started doing bad. So, you know, it was just a bad day overall. Google got hurt with their earnings, so we took a big hit there. But again, I got these till January 2019. I still like Google, so I'm going to hold on a little bit longer and see what happens. And then, of course, the watch list, obviously the VIX was, I think is at, I don't know if it's at an all-time high, but it's at a high it's been in a long, long time. So that kind of goes to show how much volatility is in the market. If you're new to the channel, this kind of measures the volatility. So the higher it is, the rougher, the rocky road it is. and the more likely you'll be losing money in stocks. So you can see how much it was like, and some people like to buy calls against this as like a hedge. I haven't tried that yet, but maybe I will in the future. We'll see what happens. But Amazon actually did do well. There were some good big name companies that did well: Sony, Sprint, Amazon, Roku. But there really is a very short list, as you can see. And then only a couple stocks finished even, and then we go into the red for all of these. So you can kind of see it wasn't a good day. Just was not overall not a good day. And then the worst performers looked like the marijuana stocks once again, so that kind of sucks. Those tend to seem to get hurt quite a bit. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I've seen these go up when everything else went down before, so I don't really know. But these tend to go up and down together as a group. So, yeah, not a good day for them. Anyways. All right, so I want to talk about the market as a whole. A lot of people are freaking out, but a lot of people are still staying steady, and they're holding on to their positions, which I think is a great idea, personally. That's my opinion. I'm holding on to most of my positions, and and the ones that sold I'm trying to get back into at lower prices, because I do expect the market to turn around after this month ends. And so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. As you saw in my balance, I still had some cash left over. Let me see, about 23,000. So that's good, because that's money I will not lose if I hold on to it as cash. And so, yeah. Anyways, about the market, I was searching unemployment and its kind of correlation to recessions. And I'm going to post a link in the description, and I'll post a picture right now with this chart. As you can see in this chart, unemployment rate and recessions real time from 2000 to 2018. You can see from like the dot-com bubble right around 2001. And again, I'm not going to explain all of this, but basically, if you read the article, it's definitely really good to read. But if you look, basically like when this black line, which was the 19-week average, or the 19-week rate of change for the unemployment rate, once it started to approach 8 is usually when we were in that recession. And you can see from 2008 to 2010, it was also approaching 8 and then went above. So all these lines pass certain levels that kind of indicate and predict like when the recession is going to start. And a couple of them actually were good predictors that the recession was going to happen in the future, and some of them were predicted up to 8 weeks in advance. And so this chart can kind of help get a good understanding on if we're due for another recession right now. And if you look at the end of the graph, it said no recession is signaled. That blue line is below the red line, which is good. That thicker green line is below 0, which is good. And that black line is below 8%, which is also good. So all of these signals here signify that our economy is okay right now. So this makes me feel a lot better as a whole. And so I'm not really freaking out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stay patient. I'm going to monitor everything closely this next week to see if prices come down more. If they do, I'm going to pick up a couple more calls here and there. I might buy a couple more puts just in case the rest of February is kind of crappy, because I don't think I have much of a big percentage of my portfolio in puts right now, but I could expand that position with the cash that I have. And so I'm just trying to minimize the damage. That's the goal for February, and I'm hoping I can do a better job than in prior sell-offs. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, if you like that video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys didn't lose too much money, and I hope you guys make a recovery like as I'm hoping we do as well for our channel. So thanks again so much for watching. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and we will see you